What are their names, first and last?
First name first, last name second.
Are those their names?
Yeah,
Okay.
both of them.
Okay.
They have the same name.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. First question over. How did I do?
Well, that's actually the whole pod, bud.
All right. Pleasure. Oh, dude. If we had,
Oh, we just shaked right and left hands. Shook.
shook it.
Shaked it. Anyway, I've got some stuff. Hello, and welcome to the first and possibly the only installment of Window to the Soul. It's a podcast. You guys get the idea. You guys already know who it is. Your boy, your host, Carter West. Today, I'm accompanied by a very special guest of mine. Not only is he the shortest man I know, but he's also my favorite roommate I've ever had. That's not true, but I just have to say it because he'll kill me in my sleep if I don't.
Yeah, but you won't wake up.
I'll tell you what, you're not the worst.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not doesn't mean much, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Did you say this is possibly the only installment of?
Yeah. There might not be any more.
I didn't want to like cut into your intro, but I was like,
no, you're
what?
good. I still haven't introduced you.
Oh, that. No, you did. No, you did. Your shortest roommate.
Everyone, Jordan Baker.
Whoop whoop.
If you guys don't already know, you should.
Yep.
If you don't already know, I don't know how you know about this, but if you don't already know, Jordan and I also have a podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to inconvenience you. Go check it out.
It's pretty good.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you fucking
Anchor.
find podcasts and shit.
All that
You can
shit.
find it anywhere. Just search it.
Anywhere you could find this here.
You think we're up on Google yet?
I don't know
Like
what that means.
if you search us on Google, we pop up
Mhm.
somewhere.
Yeah, you do.
Really?
Yeah, if you search you on Google and you hit videos, it like pops up one of our playlists.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, it's tough.
Dude, we're making a big stream.
Yeah, we're
Big-
famous. We're viral.
Big. We're making it big.
Yeah, we're big. Except me. I'm small. Carter's big.
You're not that small.
No, but I'd like to be taller.
I just like calling you small because I know you don't like it.
Well, I mean, it's funny.
It's funny because I know your qualm with short jokes.
Well,
So I think it's funny that like when you insult me, I have nothing, so I just make a short joke, and it just adds that extra layer of sting. Like
it's like a
really,
double
motherfucker,
down.
you couldn't find anything better than
Yeah.
that. You know I don't like those.
It's more. It's like that. Well, I like. It's not that I don't like. You know how I. It's not that I don't like
Yeah, all
short
the time.
jokes. It's not that I don't like
Get
short
through it.
jokes. It's just that like I don't like not funny jokes. You know.
Fair enough.
And I've laughed at all the short jokes the first time I heard them.
Did you like my Paul Revere joke?
I did. That was funny.
I'm only asking joke singular because I'm only counting the first one. I know I made 20 later that night.
Yeah.
But
The first one was funny.
I was trying to workshop it, but I really don't know how it would work other than that moment.
I was gonna say it was really like on the dime in that moment.
Very wise. Why didn't you
Mhm.
tell me that on the 15th time I made the joke?
I did. You weren't listening.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
tuned out.
Yeah. No.
I was setting myself ablaze eternally.
That's about right. Did I tell you the time that my coworker, we were like joking around and he was like, I see you could take a joke, and I was like, yeah. He was like, and he just kept like saying like short jokes like back to back to
So,
back. And then
if someone's like, I see you can take a joke, that's not just an open invitation for
the
beratement.
yeah, yeah. But
Did you say to bully?
yeah.
So you can't take a joke.
No, yeah. No,
You're
well,
like you're sitting there getting your feelings
well,
hurt. You're like,
I
it's all
cross-bullied.
coy.
I cross-bullied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told him he looked like a rejected cast member of Shameless.
And does he?
Yeah.
We'll put his picture up.
Yeah, there it is.
It wasn't there.
There it goes.
Carter didn't want to find it.
Carter didn't want to look at it.
Carter knew that might be illegal.
Carter glanced at it and went, you shiver and shook and quaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of you being small,
Thanks.
I've known you for a while. You used to be a lot smaller.
Hardly.
How long have we known each other now?
I thought you were gonna ask how long I was.
How long?
How long do you think?
So how long are you?
Oh man, we've probably known each other
Easily a decade, right?
maybe.
N-
It's
no.
not. It's coming up on 2 in like the next 3 years probably.
2 decades?
Yeah.
Do you realize I'm 22?
Yeah. In like 3
I didn't
years.
meet you when I was 2.
Yeah. Didn't we used to go to the same church when we were like really really little?
Yeah, but I didn't know you. I didn't
Well, that's how
even know I
knew-
was in church.
I mean, I didn't know you biblically, but that's when like I like
Oh, here
first
we
knew
go
you
again.
existed. I gotta start using that again. I love that term, knowing someone biblically.
I didn't know you in the biblical sense, but
It's the politest way to say smashed. Yeah.
you don't know me that way now, but
Yeah. No.
not that I know of. Not
Yeah.
unless I'm moon knighting around.
You don't know what you do in your sleep, man.
Hey man, I don't. But
But
speaking of church, we've told this story on our podcast,
yeah,
but
I know where this is
this
going.
is yeah. When we were in church one time, we were being a little boisterous, and so we apparently caught the attention of the preacher. Hey, my watch is at 69%. Let's
Nice.
go.
And
We-
like the attention of everybody else.
So the 69 caught the attention of the preacher, and he was like, all right, I need to talk to you guys after the service. So he pulls all of us aside. Apparently, things were a little different on your end.
yeah. So from my perspective, the service ends, and like I'm helping clean up chairs like a good egg.
Yeah.
Because we had to do that because we were children and we did what our parents told us to. So I was cleaning up chairs, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I need you to get all the other kids, all the other boys together. I need to have a serious conversation with all of you."
Yeah.
To which I was like, "Yes, sir." And I just walked to the bathroom. Not even the bathroom, the farthest bathroom I could find.
He just went down the dark hallways
Yeah.
like fucking Snape.
The dark hallway of the school that our church was renting out, that
Yeah.
like that portion of I've just wandered.
Hell
Literally like the farthest bathroom, it was like a 2-stall bathroom, and I just locked the door. And then I locked the stall. I was like, "You're not getting me today."
yeah. Oh, I wish you guys could have seen the look on Jordan's face when he just
Oopsie.
name dropped our pastor.
Oopsie.
Oh man, he knows who he is.
Anyway, so as
What if he listens to this? You think he'd listen to the pod?
nice.
You think we'd get him on the pod?
Probably.
Oh my god!
I could probably just
Can you imagine?
we could do like a phone call. I could probably just call him. I might have his number.
You just Skype the pastor in.
Better yet, we'll call my dad. He will have his number.
Yeah.
He can say his number on the pod, and then I'll call him,
Can we
and then all of you can
conference-
have his number.
Can we conference call your dad and the pastor?
just Zoom call it like
Yeah.
just the whole church?
Yeah. Yeah. We just for 100 episodes we just Zoom call a church.
We have a stand-up like comedy routine written that we just do in front of the church.
None of it's clean.
None of it's good.
No. Oh god.
Dude, that would be so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, Mur.
Yeah. Okay, Mer, now come out wearing only a sock around your dick.
And we wrote a stand-up comedy routine for you to tell in front of this group of children. Oh, classic salad, Mur and Q.
Dude. Also one of my favorite stories from you. The old Motel 6 story. If you guys haven't heard it, we're not going to tell it in this one because
Oh, thank God, dude. I really didn't want to tell
no,
that story
it's okay.
again.
You're free. You've already told it
Oh,
once.
dude.
If you want to hear the story I'm talking about, though, pop over to Sorry To Inconvenience You and listen to episode 6. The
Yeah.
good old Motel 6 story. No, that was a really shitty move on your part. Just left your brothers in the trenches, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Motel 6.
No.
I was like,
that-
yeah, it was.
Well, you left yourself in the trenches on that
Yeah.
one.
I dug the trench. Yeah.
You were like the tunnelers from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
chewing through the mud and the clay and the butt stuff. Oh.
I haven't.
I've said too much.
Yeah. Spoiler?
Sorry.
Pot
Pot sticker.
pasta fingers.
Post. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Not so. We definitely met through church. I know
Mhm.
that for a fact.
Our brothership and bond, yes.
We became friends, and then we started hanging out like on weekends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you guys would come over to my house. We'd play airsoft, or sometimes I would go over to your all's house and we'd play airsoft or video games and shit, and we'd just
Mhm.
spend weekends together.
Yes, sir.
Good time in the life, you know? Easy stuff. All I had to worry about was, did I get everything from my PlayStation 3? Good.
And put in your little blue crate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I used the crate to set all this stuff up.
You'd turn it up
Yeah.
with a little monitor. Dude,
The setup. Yeah. And I remember specifically there was one time, I don't remember when it was, but there was one time that you guys were in there watching us play video games, and your brother was like, all right, you guys got to leave. And I was like, why? And your other brother, he like just gets up and leaves because he just knows. And I was like, he can stay. And then you just sat there quietly, not fucking with Brandon at all.
Yeah.
You just sat there
I was
quietly.
like, I knew my place.
And I was like, no, you just stay still and stay quiet and don't piss him off. And you could sit here and watch.
Carson chose flight and I chose freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mark.
The third F, freeze.
Your mark is just Carson, just Steven.
Yeah.
He just ran.
Steven's a survivor. Yeah. Yeah, I think the next episode just came out.
Of Moon Knight?
Moon Knight. Oh, it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, we should watch it.
We should watch it.
I mean, I'm definitely going to watch it, but
Yeah.
with or without you. Preferably with or without. You
I'll
decide.
do without.
It's up to
Maybe
you.
with.
It's up to you.
With. Can we talk about
Go ahead.
Can we talk about the video game thing?
The head?
The head?
Oh.
No, but
Yeah.
I wanted to speak on like the video game thing you were talking about. I remember there was a day. This is a little bit of a backstory.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a story. I don't know if I've told this story on the other podcast, so this will be a brand new airing on yours.
Sorry to inconvenience you. Shout out.
So, shout out Sorry To Inconvenience You. Shout out Bad Friends.
No,
Bobby.
no free plugs. Only us.
Oh yeah, this isn't. Oh, sorry, wrong channel. No, but
Let's get some fucking.
yeah, take a fucking nap. Let's go see Fred.
Let's go fucking see Fred.
But I remember a long time ago, like you remember like the homeschool groups that we were in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this kid.
Terrible.
There's this kid that, for the sake of the story, I'm gonna call him Brian.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name's Ryan, isn't
And there's this girl that, for the sake of the story, I'm gonna call her Loriana. And
yeah, the names are coming out.
and we had like this homeschool like group that we would go to every like Friday or something. I think it was Friday, and we would go. And like I had a huge crush on this girl, and she was giving like this Brian fellow a lot more attention than me, and was kind of like shunting me, and like
Was it the Ryan I think it is?
and like I didn't like that, and I was upset, and it was going on for like weeks that like we went from being like really close friends and hanging out all the time, and like to like just being completely ignored.
Oh,
And
she
then-
cut the rope that you were trying to climb out of the friend zone with.
Yeah. No. She like moved the rope over to Ryan. Brian. So there was this one day that he made like a joke that like genuinely upset me, and then like the two of them both walk away, and like it was obvious that I was upset by it.
Yeah.
So a couple minutes later he walks back, and Carson gets on his hands and knees behind him, and I push this motherfucker, and he hits his head on a table, dude.
Holy
I
shit.
could have fucking
You
killed
could have
him.
murdered
I could have
someone.
fucking killed him, dude.
You tabletopped him into a table?
Yeah, and he was coming over to apologize. Dude.
What?
So I remember like I was like, it was like right at the end of class, right at the end of the day, and I was like, I need to get to the car. I was like,
What have I
I
done?
was like, Carson, we're leaving. So we left, and I remember that night, I think it was you, I think Matthew Hulvey was over, and Brant, and it was me and Carson, and we like the five of us were like taking turns playing Black Ops 2 Zombies in Brant's room.
Yeah.
It was like the first time I'd ever played like
That's when
Black
you
Ops
did this?
Zombies. It was that day.
You were down bad over this girl at that time?
I was, dude. She called. She used her mom's phone and called my mom, and mom was like, "Hey, Loriana's calling," and I'm like, "Oh, what could this be about? Sobbing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, I feel icky. I feel so icky inside.
Oh my god.
I was like, I
dude.
didn't mean for like him to hit his head. I just wanted him to like
perish. I just wanted him to suffer.
I just like got upset in the moment, and like it had been going on for a while, and like I didn't enjoy feeling like I had to constantly defend myself. So I went on the offense. I guess.
I got to that offensive line and just pushed him over. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
You almost committed murder.
Yeah.
At the ripe age of what?
11.
18?
I don't know. 18? Yeah, I was
what,
still in
3
middle
years
school.
ago?
Yeah, still in middle school.
You got held back a couple years in elementary. Can you imagine your kid failing elementary school?
Imagine getting held back like 5 years because you want to be in a class with someone that you have a crush on.
Oh. Did you do that?
No.
Did I?
No. I'm just saying imagine.
Oh.
Hypothetical.
I bet somebody did.
Probably. That person's probably in jail now.
It should be.
I hope so.
If they're not.
If you're not, we'll see you there soon, buddy.
Imagine even getting held back on purpose for 1 year just to be with somebody like who's going to be there next year.
Yo, and like growing up, like the first school I ever went to was like a private school, and then I was homeschooled through high school, and then I went to college, right? The private school I went to, there was this one kid that like got held back. He was in my older brother's grade, and he got held back a grade. And it was the only person like I had ever met that had been held back a grade, and I feared him because I was like, "What did you do?
What does he know?"
Yeah, what doesn't he know?
Very true.
Clearly enough.
Yeah, very true.
But no, like I would think about that. I'd be like, "Yo, only one person that I know has ever been like held back. How like humiliating would it be if like it's such a rare thing and I got held back?" No, it's just not normal in like private school. You know, like public
Did you
school.
get held back?
No, I've never been held back.
Hold me
Full
back.
throttle consistently.
Hold me back, coach.
Yeah. Hold my earrings. Hold my earrings.
Hold my weave.
Hold my weed.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's some crazy stuff.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe you're almost a murderer.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's harder to believe that you're not.
I've been careless and reckless.
Indeed.
Also, I could have like just been charged as a child.
Yeah, with assault.
Yeah, assault and battery.
Assault with a deadly table.
Yeah. I just
And battery.
Yeah, and
Assault with a deadly battery. Should hit him with a car battery.
assault with a half-charged battery.
Officer, it wasn't full battery. It was just half charged.
Not full throttle.
You threw your phone at him.
No, I was talking about a car battery.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, that's right about 6 volts. Whack.
Drops it on him.
Smoosh.
Smoosh.
Dude, there's an episode of Monk where a guy gets his head stepped on by an elephant.
I remember that episode.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Did you watch all of Monk?
I did.
Dude, I
Got him from the library.
Yeah, dude.
Got him
Oh
on
my
DVD.
god, that's a fucking throwback. Watching Monk from the library, damn. I think we watched through Monk all the way twice, and then I think we watched through most of Psych. And then Mom was like, "This is too much about sex. You're still children."
Skyke.
Yeah, Skyke, you out in the men's.
How does the intro to Psych go? How's the song?
That was it.
Say it again.
Won't.
I refuse.
Yeah, it's a good show though. It's really funny. We should watch it sometime.
It is. I don't like it.
Let's not watch it.
We should totally do that, but some other time, if we find time to watch a show, we should watch anything else. You know what I mean?
Do you like anime?
I don't.
I don't either. But Carson just got me hip to this show, Hunter, or it's like Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking tough, dude. It's so good.
Jules from Bad Friends watches that.
It's really good.
She talks about it all the time.
Yeah, you should watch some episodes with me.
No.
Well, I'm going to have it on if you walk by, or if like you want to sit in downstairs and eat.
I watched with I'll just take my food outside.
Well, upstairs, but outside. I would eat outside.
We have an upstairs.
Yo, should we just buy a picnic table and put it in our parking spot?
Carport?
Yeah.
Can we get a...
We should just
Yo,
do
that's
that.
not a terrible idea.
We can just take big metal spikes and like tack them into the pavement. fuck it.
I
Not mine.
don't think we could do that, but
No, I think you can get like pavement screws that like drill
that
through
would
concrete.
definitely break our lease, dude. There's no way that's allowed.
No, it wouldn't. We'd put little plastic covers over it so that you can't see it, and then we'll just take them out when we go to leave and put rocks in it.
Fuck them, because there's just holes.
Yeah. Well, we're not allowed to smoke inside. So.
Yeah. Well, now it drains a little better. So
Yeah.
you have one more storm drain than you had,
Mm-hmm. And a carport.
and a car. Well, no, we're taking that with us.
Oh, I
Just drag it behind us as we go.
We just leave the carport.
We spend a bunch of money on it, and then we just leave it here. We get it like 2 months before we move out.
They charge the person $20 extra a month for rent because
They're like, yeah, there's a carport there, so
Yeah.
we've upped the value of this unit.
We installed it, and if you want it taken away, that'll be a $500 charge.
Yeah.
One time charge.
You're not allowed to take it away yourself either.
Yeah,
They're
that'll
like,
be a
okay.
$2,000 fine.
They're like, okay, we can live with that. They walk in, there's just a vending machine and a fucking old retro game console in here. They're like, what happened here?
A dry erase board and a
Fucking mini golf holes in the ground. They're like, what happened here?
a subwoofer.
We don't know what happened. All they said was when they told us that they wouldn't be re-signing their lease, they just said, fuck you guys, we lived all our dreams, and left.
And then they both looked at each other and simultaneously said, let's get some fucking food.
Let's tear this fucking apartment down.
We should just like run a podcast while having a conversation with someone and just not let them know that we're running a podcast and then end
I
with
thought about it.
yeah.
I haven't. Actually, that's a lie.
Yeah, I think it's also illegal.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, recording without consent.
Yep. You'd have to get consent afterwards.
Like
It
after it was
works.
posted or like
No, like after you've done the recording.
Bozo did it.
Bozo did the dub.
The dub. He was doing the dub the whole time. He's
No.
saying what he wanted to say in the first place.
But it says here on my paper that you're a bit of a stand-up comedian.
Where's this going?
I was.
Oh, I thought you were going to have me do like a stand-up routine.
That's what I wanted. I was waiting for it.
I've got nothing written.
Freestyle one.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first laugh. That's the second laugh. Third.
That could work.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah.
See, that's good.
That's
That
not
could be
bad.
good.
Yeah. Dude.
I feel like you'd be a comic who would have really shitty jokes, but hit him hard with the double down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I
like
mean,
you would not that you would have shitty jokes, but you would write shitty jokes on purpose.
Yeah.
Just to get him with the double down.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's one of my. You just gotta do it. You know.
What'd you
I
say
say
that one time?
shitty jokes all
Barack
the time.
Obama. Ever heard of her? What? I don't know. I remember you.
we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and I didn't even know these two cards existed. But in my hand, somehow I drew both the white half of Barack Obama card and the black half of Barack Obama card, to which I waited until it was like directly after my turn, and I used them
Back to back.
and I won both of those rounds. Because one of them was like about police, and then one of them was about like, I don't know, picnicking or something. And I was like, this is easy.
This couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, and the double down itself is enough to win.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If you won the first one, you're like, I know what I must do.
yeah. By the end of the game, I think I got like a third of the cards that the other two players got.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
fucking Cards Against Humanity is wild, dude. I was looking at their pamphlet the other day. I was reading the back of it. It was on the table. And I was sitting there and I was reading it, and at the bottom of it, it just says, please file all like complaints and death threats to former President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And just his whole address. And I was like, yo, that's fucking ice cold.
That's tough.
I wonder how many he gets. Like, I really want to write former President Donald Trump a letter just complaining about Cards Against Humanity. Just to confuse him. You know, he's probably like
Yeah.
getting death threats and shit every other day. And he's like, here's the fucking stack of Cards Against Humanity complaints I don't know why I'm getting.
That reminds me of like a story that like my professor told. I went to an automotive college for almost all of it, and he like this older guy, he was telling like a story about like one of his coworkers. He had like a friend of his coworker had posted like a Craigslist ad for like his car
Yeah.
and made the price really, really low
Yeah.
and put his phone number so people were just calling him all the time, like trying to buy this car from him. Dude.
Hey, just checking, is this for sale?
They're like, it's a 2004 Subaru STI, right? Who the fuck are you? And what do you want? I have a very specific set of skills.
What did you say this guy does?
Cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. I went back to the dealership today. Saw some good buddies. It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was cool.
Anybody tell you to fuck off?
Chuck.
Chuck?
No, but I saw Anthony. Anthony's got a kid.
Does he?
Like
he
a
had his kid?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably like 4 months old now.
Really?
Crazy, right?
Is it a good kid?
Never met him. Them. I don't. Her, I guess.
They.
Yeah. I don't know what she identifies as.
They,
Can't
she,
talk yet.
him. Just hit them all.
Just hit all the babies?
Hit all the babes.
Is that what you the bases? I said babies.
I said babeses. I just mixed it. Speaking of mixing, it says here on my sheet, you're mixed. You're half black. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting Ancestry.com results you've gotten back.
Yeah, it's mainly like my brain and my vocal cords. Yeah.
Moving on.
We'll let that one simmer.
So I have 2 questions for you. I'll ask you right here in the middle. So my first question is going to be, if you had one thing you could go back and tell your younger self, what would it be?
Don't push Brian.
That's it? Don't almost commit murder?
I mean, let me actually think about the question now.
Like any advice?
I mean, that's some pretty good advice.
Just don't push Brian?
I mean, I would definitely have to say what would have put me in a better financial situation if I had just thought about it in the past. Take care of your vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, understand like what things need to be so you understand what they are when they're not.
Yeah.
You know, understand that like, hey, if it says it needs oil, fucking put oil in it. And if it says it needs oil, don't put a full quart of oil in it. You know?
Yeah.
Because you'll blow it out literally I've made every fucking mistake that I can think of, like, that a driver shouldn't make driving my cars. And now I understand, okay, I just need to not do those things.
Right. You're learning.
Yeah. Like burning rubber in the Lexus on gravel and blowing a tire out. Like,
you learn.
I learned how to, I learned. Like, gunning the Capri on the interstate and blowing the clutch out of it. Driving a truck with no coolant, you know? Yeah. Manually shifting an automatic car at like 7,000 RPM. Like, I've learned my lessons from these cars. And I wish I could just like bitch slap that information into younger me.
Gotcha.
You know, because like I would probably still have the Lexus.
You'd still have the PT Cruiser.
I would still have the Lexus.
Is that what happened to the Cruiser? You didn't put oil in it?
No, the PT Cruiser was the best car I've ever owned.
Did you sell it?
Yeah.
Was it like in one piece?
I sold it to Dad, and then Dad traded it in to get his truck.
So you could have, in theory, got your dad's truck.
Well, his truck is like a 2018 Ram Eco Diesel. It wasn't at fair trade. You know?
I know that.
No, I couldn't have gotten his truck. What do you mean?
You just go ahead and make the same deal he does.
Oh, he's got money.
At like what, 17?
Dude, yeah.
18?
Yeah.
I don't know. How old were you when you got the Lexus?
I think I probably 18. I think so. That sounds about right because I was doing reckless shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wasn't living at home either. So yeah, I was 18. Maybe 19 even.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting advice you'd give yourself.
Mm-hmm. Just take care of your shit, you know?
How does that make you feel? I feel like this is a therapy session.
Can I vent?
Yeah, go for it.
No. Can't.
Just tell me what's going on in your life.
No, I don't want that on the internet. I
don't want them to know.
I was like, let's get deep. Too far.
I'll edit it out. You know I won't. I'll put it as the intro.
Yes.
First episode is just Jordan pouring his heart out.
It's just me shit talking everyone.
Oh, yeah, that. I don't know why. I thought you meant rant like
No, emotional damage stuff, definitely.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, getting your woman stolen from you or whatever.
I don't even know what you're. That's not even remotely close to my emotional traumas. I got family issues, dude.
And they both
it
shared
ain't
a
all
laugh.
about. It ain't all about pussy. Cut that out.
So no, it is. So the thing is you're a comedian.
Thank you.
Do you think I'm a comedian?
Oh yeah, bud.
Do you think we're comedians?
We're comedians.
We're not
bud.
professional comedians. We're not even amateur comedians.
We're comics.
We're rookie comics.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's, without saying, a comedic spark. You know what I mean?
This is getting hot.
With people like us, not between us.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah,
between
okay.
us too.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
And especially Big Spark.
it's like, for you, when you tell a joke or something, or you say something fucking funny, obviously you know it's funny by the way people react.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? How hard do you have to think about that to say it, or is half the time you just say what comes to your mind?
Generally.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, at this point, it's more of like, I guess it's like muscle memory of like workshopping what. It's like almost reading people.
Yeah,
It's like you understand like
what they
their
would
traumas and what they wouldn't like you to joke
Yeah,
about and
exactly.
shit like that. And you understand like,
You're very clearly still working on that.
no, I like the traumas. The traumas are the best things. Yeah. Sometimes I make people mad with my jokes, but it's okay because I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my joke upset you. I'm not sorry that I made the joke.
There you go. He said it. We'll date
Yeah.
this episode. So if Jordan says anything offensive in the future, at any point in his life, just come back to this episode. He's sorry for it. Just mark his words.
No, I'm sorry that it offended you. I'm not sorry I said it.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the comedic spark. That's what I like to call it.
Comedic spark.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like somebody says something and you're like, now would be a good time for a joke, and you just like
Yeah.
spark it in there. You
Yeah.
know?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And my question is, some days, not Sundays, some days on Sundays, some days I don't got it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
And like, my question is, what do you do when you just don't got that spark? You know, like for me, a lot of the times, like we'll be like needing to record a podcast or something, and I'm like, I don't feel funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't feel like I have anything like I could work in there that would be funny in this sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating, but like I'm working through it slowly, trying to figure out like how to roll with that, you know?
I remember specifically there was a day that like I was really tired before we recorded, and like the second we ended it, I just kind of like went back to being tired, and like I just like it was like a flick of a switch, like I was back to being like, I'll say numb. That's what I'll say. There's definitely days where we go to record a podcast and I'm really not feeling it that day, but it's kind of like I flip a switch and it's like it's a different personality.
But
like
how do you
I
get
have
into like a funnier mindset, if you will? Like sometimes my mindset will be like keeping me from like producing anything, you know?
I don't know. I mean,
because what I'm trying to figure out is I need to figure out a way to like flip the switch, you know?
yeah.
There is a switch to be flipped, but I just don't know how to flip it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I like to, obviously, you know me. You all know me. I like to drink a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to get a little buzz going before we podcast. And then
Damn right.
I like to fucking bump some tunes, get hype.
Yeah.
That usually works, you know? It gives me energy and stuff. But sometimes, some days I just ain't got it, you know? But
Yeah.
I just thought it was an interesting question. I thought I'd ask
Yeah.
my podcast co-host,
Yes, sir.
fellow rookie comic.
The switch, the best way that I can describe the switch is like, you know how like you act when you're around your family,
Yeah.
and you know how you act when you're around your friends, and you know how you act around like your coworkers,
Yeah.
and how you would act in church. It's almost like a mental like forced personality kind of a thing, where like I know like I'm in this situation, I'm in this social setting,
Yeah.
so this is like the version of me that I need to be using right now.
I got
It's something kind of like that.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, depending on my environment is depending on like kind of how funny I am.
Yeah.
I feel like, not to toot my own horn, I'm not that funny, but
I like your jokes.
I make people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's all I really care about.
I do make people
whether
laugh.
they're laughing at me or with me, I really don't give a shit because I'm laughing either way.
The goal is a reaction. If I get you to react, then I win.
I'm never gonna let a joke come out of my mouth that I don't think is funny. So if you don't think it's funny, burn it down. We'll start at square one.
Yeah, we'll workshop it a little bit.
Yeah, dude, I had a terrible time the other day. I've made a fool of myself. Very horrifically in front of half my coworkers.
What'd you do?
So I walked into my boss's office and he looked at me and he goes, "What you thinking on, Carter?" It was his first thing in the morning, and I go,
"Oh, okay.
Well, now all I can think about is thinking on a woman. Isn't that a song?" And they all looked at me and just didn't say a word. And I was like, "Come on, man, that's a funny joke, right?
Yeah,
that's a good one. You know." Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to tell you what I'm actually thinking on, so I'll tell you this.
Yeah, you a cop?
Yeah, what? You cop?
You a cop?
No, it's waiting on a woman. So they just looked at each other, looked at me, and I realized it like 3 days later. I was in the fucking shower, and I was like halfway through my third beer, and I was like, "Yo, I'm a fucking idiot." I said, I was sad. I was sad that I didn't fucking get a reaction to my joke, but then I realized I just didn't make a joke. I was just dumb.
Dude, it's one of those situations where you know you fucked up because you're thinking about it like 3 days later.
I was literally thinking about it because I was like, why didn't they laugh? It was just because I fucked up the joke. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, the other day I went into work wearing like my red Target shirt.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was free and my shit gets ruined at work.
Right.
So I'll wear the one that was free and also it's Target. So like we're good.
I'll fit in.
So I go there and I'm walking in like the last second because I realized that if I clock in at 5:50, it auto clocks me in at 6 o'clock. So there's no reason for me to come out of my car until 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm walking up at like 5:58, and like I make the big turn. It's like a 7-minute walk. So I left my car around like 5:50. So I'm making like the turn, and like my manager is like walking the path, and we just end up walking together.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, we wore the same thing today," and I froze. I didn't know how to respond. I couldn't think of like a comment or a joke that wouldn't have been either stupid or inappropriate for my manager.
Yeah,
especially being a female.
You were just like,
I was like, silence is the only way I'm not getting fired in this situation. And I just my brain like fell over itself. I was like, nothing there. I was like, there's no comedy gold. There's no like quirky coworker joke or like
Spark took the day off.
Or like, isn't it like, one of us has got to change.
That's funny you say that because yesterday.
That would have been the proper response. Fuck.
Very true.
Damn it.
It was funny because yesterday I walked into work and my boss was wearing like a light blue shirt and like khaki colored pants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I was wearing. And he walks in and I was like, ugh. just made like a disgusted sound, and he like looks at me and I was like, one of us is gonna have to fucking change.
Yeah,
dude. And he just looked at me like smirked and walked away.
I fucking froze, dude. That's the perfect response. But my dumb ass, my first thought was, well, one of us is gonna have to take it off, and I was like, I can't say that. And then
you have wrong one.
I couldn't think of anything else because I was like just thinking about how I shouldn't say that.
Looks like one of us is gonna have to take our clothes off.
Looks like one of us is gonna have to get carried out by security. And choked.
No, but another good one is, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that. And then kill yourself.
And then my dumb ass was gonna say, the next thought I had was, well, it looks better on you. And then I was like, no, that's flirting and you're my boss. I can't say that either.
You gotta double down on yourself, boost the confidence. You say it looks better on me.
Well, that's shitty.
No.
And I get fired because she's petty.
No. No, say it in a joking way, though. Just be like, yeah, I think it looks a little better on me, though. But
she's like, well, countable time for showing up late. You should have been here at 5:50.
Because you sat there for 2 minutes trying to think of something to say. You were late to work and she fired you for it.
She filled out like an accident report because there was smoke coming from my ears from the amount of thinking I was doing. And there was a weird sound from the gears grinding.
She fucking
clutch slipping.
You say something like what you just suggested you said, or you thought you were going to say to her. And you come in the next day, you're walking in, you've got 2 minutes to make it to clock in. And she just has a hitman come in and break your legs right before you get there. She's like, Jordan didn't show up. I guess we got to fire him now.
I crawl up to the security desk. I put my badge up there.
601.
We're waiting for your manager to meet you in the break room. Fired.
You're like, no, my manager's waiting on me, and you crawl away.
Did I tell you that happened?
Huh?
We had 2 of our new hires the other day come in, and when they went to badge into security, it made like a beeping noise. And they're like, we're going to have you wait in the break room for your OM. Fired both of them.
Why?
I don't know.
They don't tell you?
Either being unsafe or not being accountable with time or something like that. I don't know. They're
Not-
really
like not
against
doing
time
enough?
thievery.
Oh, yeah, time thievery.
Yeah, they would have loved BJ. That man was a time bandit.
Dude.
Never seen someone steal so much time.
Yeah. There's some motherfuckers at my job that like to steal some time.
So at the end of the night, we have these steel cage carts that we put like boxes that aren't enough to fit on a pallet to be worth storing on a pallet.
Yeah.
We shove all those random boxes in these giant metal red cage carts. And at the end of the night, and at midnight, we're supposed to get rid of the ones that we have boxes in and then put in empty ones because it's trying to keep boxes flowing through the warehouse. If they sit too long, then they're not getting where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So at midnight, we're cleaning up, we're like about done, and the last thing you want to do is turn the cage carts because you don't want to turn cage carts and then keep receiving boxes because then you won't have anywhere to fucking put them.
Yeah.
So it's getting close, and like our manager, or like not manager, but like the guy, or like supervisor, not even supervisor, the guy that was running the dock,
Yeah.
comes up and he's like, make sure you guys turn those cage carts. And I'm like, I know, we're going to do it last. Like, I was like, I didn't say it. I was like, we're going to do it last. Like, that's because there's no
Common
point.
sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then like 30 seconds later, he sends a new hire over, and the new hire's like, hey, he just wanted to let you know that you need to turn your cage carts. And I literally just go, I was like, yeah, BJ, I know about the fucking cage carts. And I turn around and he's like 2 doors down, and I'm like, I ain't gonna heard that. Like, it was loud, dude. I was like shouting that shit. I was like, I understand what I have to do and what I still need to do and how much time I have. Like, I'm good at time management, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not, but like at work, what I'm getting paid, I'm very proficient with time management. Like, I'll finish shit like right at the end because like if I finish too early, then they're gonna give me like another trailer, and that'll be a mess. Because the start of every trailer is the fucking worst.
Right.
It's the part where all the boxes get like dumped over.
So turning cage, what does that mean?
Turning cage carts.
Why is it important?
So turning cage carts is like, so you pull boxes out of the trailer on like a pallet. If it's like a bunch of miscellaneous boxes, you receive them individually and then you put them in a cage cart as like an extra small. And then from the cage cart, when you turn them, you just move it from your door to like the staging aisle. And then someone drives by, and all of them are like connected, and they hook it up to like a little car, and they just drive all the cage carts to either warehouse, where warehouse workers will just stock them on the walls, or to outbound, where outbound workers will just stuff them in other trailers that'll go to other stores.
I got you.
Yeah.
So why is it so important that they got, like, don't you have stuff you're putting on it?
Yeah, but if they need to get stuff like moving quickly, like say if it's flow means that it goes straight from inbound to outbound. Reserve means it goes from inbound to warehouse and it sits in our warehouse.
Okay.
So flow just goes straight through the warehouse and it goes to outbound and then it gets shipped out. So if you order something online, like it needs to get there pretty quick. Like if you're having it shipped to like a store.
Yeah.
So if it sits there for like 12 hours, it might not get there till like the next day or something like that.
Right.
Like the longer it sits.
So you're the reason my packages are late?
No, I don't work at Walmart.
Yeah, I don't buy Target or Walmart.
Laptop. I was working at Walmart for one day. I'm
it's
sorry.
Sitting right there. It can hear you.
What?
You're talking into a microphone plugged into it.
Say something.
Well, speaking of giving up on you, bud, I think we might be about to wrap it up.
You giving up on me?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're not going to be able to use any of this, so I'm probably just going to cut it all out anyway. Started episode 2.
Can you save the part where I pushed a kid?
Yeah, that'll be the whole episode.
It's just an Instagram reel.
Yep, yeah, and I'm leaving all the names in it too.
It's
Because that's going to be such a mess to fucking edit.
It's just an Instagram reel with like a GIF of just a child pushing another child in the background, just on repeat. Yeah.
I'll have you do it for me.
Yeah, we can get Brian. I genuinely feel horrible about that. It was a horrible thing that I did, all seriousness, but also it's a really funny story.
Yeah, I mean,
if
I had seen it, if I saw it today, I wouldn't say anything about it.
You wouldn't like file an accident report?
No.
Or a purpose report, I guess.
No. I'd just be like, damn, homie got clapped. Shouldn't be running around with other boys' girls, huh?
Well, I mean.
Yeah, I guess that was you, wasn't it?
Well, no. Well, have you heard that Charlie Puth song?
No.
She just wasn't interested in me anymore. That's not the name of the song. She just wasn't interested in me anymore like she used to. You know? Like she wasn't interested in me anymore.
Yeah, I know it.
She wasn't interested in me more.
And on that note, that very sour note,
that off-pitch note,
this will conclude the first episode, world's first, Window to the Soul, episode 1 in the books.
Episode 1.
Make sure to come back next week. We'll have another episode for you. We're having on a very special guest.
Who's the special guest?
I'm not gonna say it's a surprise.
It's a surprise?
Yeah, it's a surprise.
It's gonna be me again.
Episode 2, Jordan Part 2.
Jordan Part 2. It's true. We just have 2 podcasts. No, this is Carter's podcast. Carter's the captain of this ship.
I'm the captain, the pirate, and the fucking scurvy.
It's Titanic 2, the one that didn't sink.
It's Titanic. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to listen next week and go listen to Sorry to Inconvenience You.
And like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Window to the Soul. Window to the Soul podcast on Twitter, I believe. Thank you for listening. Fuck!